basically, she got hit with a brick. Somebody was trying to holler at her. She wouldn't give him her number. From her perspective, he picks up a brick. Black men standing around. He hits her with a brick. Black men don't do nothing. Let the dude get away, get in the car. He drives off. In the story. Now she's in the hospital. Definitely wishing her a speedy recovery. I hope she's okay. That alone is egregious. You know, that's a very outrageous result for something that is even this simple. There's something that wasn't initially violent to begin with, but to escalate to something with you getting hit with a brick, especially as a woman in her face. I can imagine my face look like that. I wouldn't even be up on the internet. I don't even know how she doing it. I noticed that in that video, she talked about what the man did. She talked about what the black men in the back did or didn't do, but she didn't talk too much about what she did. He picked up the brick. Yeah, he held the brick. He said, "What you gonna do?" And the black man in the back just stood there and let him do it. So there was no, and then I said, or then I tried to, that in between context is something vital, okay, that needs to be talked about within this conversation. A little while ago, a mother, she was in a restaurant. Her son was in the car, and she's getting into it with a black man. Black man is like, "Yo, shut the F up before, you know what I'm saying, I slap you," or something like that. She's going off at it, rattling at the mouth still, and he finally slaps her about 3-4 times. Egregious. He was wrong for that. He shouldn't have done it. Just like this man who hit her with the brick, still wrong, shouldn't have done it. But just like that man hit that woman in the store with, how he slapped her, that was a result not only from his own emotional reaction, and lack of control and lack of masculinity, because the masculine does not do things like this. The divine masculine does not promote these sorts of behaviors. But it's also a result from her not being able to control her mouth, you know, her not being able to control her own actions, you know, and remain in her position as a woman. But it's just the moral of the story, you know, the fact that she put herself, not only herself in danger, but also her son, because if the man had a gun, he could have shot back at the man. Shot back at the son. All types of things could have came from that. All right. The woman wouldn't submit to this man's power, willpower. Okay. Now that aspect alone, for me, is what I'm thinking is a big part of this story, a big chunk of this story that she's holding out. This is what I thought when I seen the story, anyways. Just because the whole in the hospital going live after, now mind you, you just got hit with a brick by a man. The fact that your first instinct is to get on live, get on your phone and say, talk shit about the same men that stood there and let it happen to you. Not your first thought, man, let me call my mother, let me call my boyfriend, let me call a friend to talk to, let me call a hospital, let me call the police. Shit, even if you're gonna do that. The fact that your first mind is to pull out your phone, record the men that you thought ain't do what they should have did as men, and not even having a second thought of thinking, you know what, if I talk shit to these men, what if they pick up another brick and hit my ass? You're not even thinking about your well-being. That right there alone already triggered a red flag. I'm like, something off. Okay. So my assumption, before we even get to the rest of the videos that came in afterwards, was that there's more to the story that she's not telling.
But still,
you know, we gotta hold her accountable.
We gotta hold him accountable. Able to de-escalate the situation before it gets out of hand, before he hurts someone, not just allowing another man to hurt someone, whether it be anyone. It could be a man hurting a child, or a man hurting, you know, a weaker man, a smaller, a handicap, or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like in that situation, if you can de-escalate it, why not? No matter how belligerent that person is, that person can't be a threat to you. That woman is not a threat to you. She doesn't have a weapon. She's not a threat to you, no matter how belligerent she is.
Yeah, and I think in most situations, men are going to think like that too. They're still going to de-escalate it. But what I'm saying is, who put themselves in a position to be protected? Because if you're dealing with an outright man, again, a man is still more than likely going to come in to try to protect the women. You know, even if the woman is doing some wild shit, she's more likely, like you said, they're still going to score. But the woman who's not under the order of the man, the woman who thinks that she can do what she wants, that thinks that she can pick and choose when she gets masculinity and things that they should control men's behavior. If he says, "Hey, look, go to the back room," or maybe he peeped the dude got a gun in his back pocket. Maybe he peeped that the dude got a knife on him or something that she ain't seen yet because she's too damn outraged. Maybe he's like, hey, sis, just go to the back for me right quick. Let me get him up out of here. And she's like, no, I'm about to call my brother. She's just going at it. Next thing you know.
He's doing his job. If she gets shot at that point.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody actually intervened. You're talking about a situation where somebody actually did what a man's supposed to do. And got, whether he was protecting his friend or protecting her, he did something. He didn't just allow a situation to play out in front of him and not do nothing. The video we watched, we saw people watch a situation and in the end do nothing about it. What you want us to do? What you want me to do? That's the whole video. I would assume that means.
Oh, yeah, they did say that.
Doing it. I'm not doing nothing. So they didn't intervene in any way. They didn't even say to their friend, "Hey, yo, bro, like chill out," or "Yo, nah. You need to take us to the hospital." Something. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, in that situation, if nobody did, the situation you're talking about is different because now you're talking about somebody was there who intervened, and whether it be on either side, I feel like somebody could intervene. Even if they wasn't trying to protect her specifically, they could have like tapped a friend and said, "Yo, let's just get out of here." You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have said that. Let's just go. Like that's not even worth it. Put the brick down. Oh, you know what?
This is my point though, because although I agree with you, again, we can't take away from the power that comes within putting yourself in position, because we don't know. Again, in between him picking up that brick and them having a little back and forth, we don't know what she could have done differently to allow the men to be men. There's like I said, there's a position.
But they didn't do nothing.
Masculine men that was around there probably removed themselves from her presence because they peeped that she was a threat to their own peace. Why would I put myself in a position to be around a woman or even want to even have to protect a woman? They might have the masculine man might have peeped like, yo, this nigga disrespectful. She wild as shit. Let me go ahead and get about here before this shit go left.
Yeah, that makes
He might have removed himself way before he could have peeped her in the club. She wild as shit. You know what I'm saying? She slapping niggas and twerking in the street. Imagine what she doing in the club with her friends. You know what I'm saying? So he might have, let me go ahead and go in the opposite direction for her because she's clearly about to get into some bullshit. She's belligerent. She's drunk. She's disrespectful. She ain't got no damn cut cards. She probably gonna run into one of these niggas that's going, I ain't even about to, you know what I'm saying? So even the women that do put themselves in the predicament, you're not even attracting the type of men. This is the men that you attract, the men that's gonna stand there and look. Because you put out there that you're this bold and you're this strong and you're this woman that can challenge whoever she wants. The brothers that's with that, they not even around you. They fall over there with the women that's quiet and then left the club that's walking out in their heels, nice and pretty, and trying to get home. They following them. They're not going to be anywhere to be found. You know, so you can't. You're not going to find these. It's very rare when you see a feminine woman in a situation like this. You're not going to see that happen in general with the softer woman because they're going to concede. Oh, okay. I mean, that was aggressive, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go about my business. That was rude, but I'm going to, I'm not going to, the feminine woman is not going to challenge a man. And they're not going to stand there and their ego isn't going to be hurt if a man, an emotional man, because men don't challenge women, but an emotional Negro who's not in his masculine, they're not going to sit there and entertain that. They're going to be like, yes, sir, you got it. All right. They're going to feed it to his ego as much as you need. All right, sir, so I can get out of this situation safely. So those type of women, you're not going to see that happen to them. You don't see that happen often.
I mean, I agree, but then there are situations like the one in New York with somebody, he punched her in the face or something because she want to get her, he want to give him, her number. There's situations like that where they've been escalated, when men egos get hurt or whatever, and they can't handle the rejection. However, I have been in situations. I've avoided a lot of those situations because of what you said. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, it's not even that serious. Like, I just, by being able to be feminine and walking away, I have been able to avoid situations like that. Why would you ever think a brick is just?
No, I definitely seen somebody saying that on TikTok and said brick lives matter. I seen what you was talking about. I went and looked. Damn, nigga, brick lives matter. I was trying not to know too much.
Do you know that they could have killed her?
Yeah, for real. They could have. Yeah.
Hurts right now.
He could have damaged her brain. Something.
That hit in the head. If he would have threw her hard enough, that could have killed her.
The innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones and the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess. But we protect everybody.
Well, I'm embarrassed, but just get that. Her words came back to bite her, basically. You know, where the women at? It was black women who was supposed to protect you. So I don't agree with that at all. I mean, you know, there's some outliers. You know, I don't want to get hit with a brick, but there's some outliers. Like that feminist type of mentality, you know, women protecting women, and no.
With that sort of mentality, the behaviors that you will have, you know, the things, the energy that you will exude, will that put you in a position to be protected?
I wouldn't say they're not, because why is a man only men don't scroll on women pages? No masculine man or alpha male scrolling on women pages to see what type of feminist you are. They scroll right past you. So even if you are a feminist or you're not a feminist, and alpha male is in the room, he protected who he protected. He's not thinking about who's a feminist, who's not a feminist, who's this, who's that. He's protected who needs to protect him, because that's his area. He's dominant. He's a dominant man. So that's just in his nature. So I don't think she's putting herself in a position or not. I just feel like, you know, when it comes to those things, it's like saying, you know, a thief saying, I'm a thief because people don't give me nothing, so I gotta steal. No, you're just a thief. You can be a good, upstanding citizen. Like, you can be a man, and you can protect women regardless.
What you call saying no FBAs said it. General, like I said, from what I've seen, I ain't seen a lot of FBAs saying that she deserved it. Most of them say that she still didn't deserve that brick to the face.
The argument was if she deserved it or not, and if a man, you know, if it's a man's job to protect another woman, you know, the women they don't know. That's the argument it's been about. The argument has been if she deserves it, and if she didn't deserve it, it's still not my job to protect a woman that's not mine. That's not my, you know, my wife or whatever. So, you know, and both of those I disagree with. Both of those don't feel like it should be argued.
Yeah, to a degree. I don't know, men protecting all women. Like I said, I'm kind of some of these women just I don't know about that. They need to learn a damn lesson. Maybe you need to go without some protection for a little bit so your ass can see what's out there. You hit with a couple bricks, then your ass come crying back in your feminine. You might learn a lesson.
No. A man is a man regardless. You gotta do that. Never have to go out. Like, I feel like a man should have to be a man. I don't know. I'm gonna let her get a hit with that brick to learn. Nigga, what? Come on now. I'm sorry. I just would like, if a man said this to me, I'd be like, who are you? What, do you hate women? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you don't know if that was somebody, that could have been, what if she has children? Her children never going to see their mother again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I feel like in that situation, you know, a man should, how is it that men, because they go on here, they go on these podcasts, they go on these panels, and they want to be respected, they want to be considered alpha men, and they want to be considered providers, and this and that, third, and then they can sit here and really have conversations like this, really have a debate about this. How is this a debate? If this is exactly what you want to be. You want to be alpha male. You want to be seen as a high value man, but then you can have conversations about whether or not you're supposed to protect the next woman. They don't go hand in hand. You can teach. You can lead. That's how a woman is going to learn from you. That's how you can teach her to be in her feminine, by leading by example.
Yeah, and that is in a position of the masculine to lead by example for sure.
You're not
and be accountable.
Nah. Everybody, you throw a brick too. Maybe she'll learn with two of them. You know what I'm saying? No. Like, you're supposed to be like, sir, no. You know what I'm saying? We do this de-escalating. This ain't gonna happen around me. You feel me? That I would have respected that. I would have respected somebody saying that way more. Even if she still would have got hit with a brick, it's still somebody at least said something. You know what I'm saying? This made me feel like, you know, those men in the background and all the men who agree with him, and then the guy who gets on the internet and say, I would have did the same thing over and over again. Like, you know, not saying that I wouldn't expect that for somebody with a big ass black, but still.
All I'm saying is, but we got to keep it equal. We got to keep it balanced, not equal. We got to keep it balanced on both sides. If we're going to say men need to be men and women, you got to be women. And if you out here like a man, then you got to expect the results that men get.
Correct her. Why didn't nobody correct her?
Well, you can't correct the woman that don't want to be corrected.
So what? She don't want to be corrected. So what? She don't want to be corrected.
So were they supposed to force her to shut down up? Then now they getting charges because they trying to force her to shut down?
No.
What they supposed to do?
Well, listen, man. Nobody want to hear nothing. You got to listen. All that rah-rah, you got to take that somewhere else. That's what you could have said. Listen, you can take that somewhere else. We're gonna reconstruct and rebuild from the situation. Brick by brick. This is what I'm talking about. This
Nah, you trying to that's why
we do not play by our green. You fuck with the team, might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's, we don't never miss it.